up in the air if you're feeling us. Walk into the room looking like $1 million. Yeah, we moving on up like the Jeffersons. If it ain't about a bag, then don't hold me up. I'm going hard for my county, I ain't letting up. DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Yeah, we moving on up. Home team, yeah, you know that we coming up. Put your hands up in the air if you're feeling us. Walk into the room looking like $1 million. Yeah, we moving on up like the Jeffersons. If it ain't about a bag, then don't hold me up. I'm going hard for my county, I ain't letting up. DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Yeah, we moving on up.
It is so important to get together with other broker owners that have the same unique things that are going on in your market. I love this broker owner council that we have put together. When I started my brokerage, no one invited me to their table. So in true Wyevetra fashion, I created my own.
Welcome to our meeting. So we try to meet Tila. Well, first, welcome Tila to the council.
Yes.
Welcome Tila to the council. We try to meet like at least twice a year. We would want to meet like 4 times
Twice
a year.
a year.
But we try to meet. We try to meet at least twice a year.
Okay.
I would love to have this meeting more often. We want to get together every quarter, but business gets busy and we all get busy. But this year we are making a plan to make sure that we get together at least once a quarter.
The goal is to be able to just support each other in what we do, man. Because this is crazy. This has been a crazy year.
Definitely.
Crazy year with the real estate commission and all that craziness. We are excited to get together at the end of the year. Damn, we got to do better.
Right.
Much
at least
better.
every 6 months.
I think so.
At least, yeah.
Have it every half a year.
This year just was rocky though. I mean, like the deals, everything. We were fighting tooth and nail to get these
Still
deals.
fighting.
Still
Still
fighting.
This
Yeah.
is not 2020. This was.
It definitely wasn't in 2020.
Then lawsuit and that settlement.
Yeah, and trying to keep up with all of that. That was a lot.
Especially as brokers, like trying to disseminate that information. You assume that the board is going to do one thing.
Right.
You get your agents prepared for another. Then the legal comes on and that whole thing goes out the window and you got to retrain them all over again on this form and how to use that form.
Yeah, that was a lot. That one almost took me out.
It was.
Right.
That
I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Right.
That almost took me out. And literally, we see stuff coming in that don't even match whatever, you know what I mean? It's supposed to be. People don't know.
And people don't know. And then people get offended.
We tri-state, you know what I mean? So DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
Totally.
All at the same time.
Yeah. Everyone do it differently.
And everybody does it freaking differently.
I feel like we're very unique in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area because we cover 3 states and you can get to the other state in 15 minutes. And so because of that, you kind of have to have licenses in all 3 states and be able to keep up with all the continuing education classes and all the laws and all of the things that are required for every single state. And some of our agents are only licensed in 1, some may be licensed in 2, but keeping them up to date on all the changes in the real estate market, which changes rapidly across a tri-state area, is a challenge in itself.
What is that? Y'all want some water?
I'll take one, please.
Okay. You want some water? You want cold water?
Cold. I don't think I want some coffee.
Oh, coffee, yeah. You can get some out there. You want to make some coffee?
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back to make you some coffee.
Yeah.
You making a whole pie or?
You want some coffee?
I love,
Okay,
I
y'all want? I
know.
got.
Yeah.
We
have
got
coffee.
hazelnut.
Yes.
Okay, you regular
Next.
cream? Which one?
Vanilla and hazelnut.
Vanilla and hazelnut. What you got?
I'll take it black.
You,
Yeah.
really?
Okay.
You
Yeah,
drink
that's
black
good.
coffee? Ew, black coffee, no sugar.
Donnell is so funny. This coffee black thing, okay, the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, we already know. But Donnell is hilarious for that.
Black coffee, no sugar, no cream for you, sir.
Thank you, B.
And vanilla and hazelnut for you, madam.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Taste it. Is it okay?
Oh my gosh.
Is it perfect?
Yes, it really is. It really is.
It's so important for us to go over what we learned from the previous year, what challenges we faced, how we overcame them, and what new trends we're seeing, because it's going to impact how we move forward in the next year. We can't move forward if we don't know what happened before. From my budget background, you got to know how you execute it before you can formulate the next year. So that's it. And that's where we start.
I did want to talk about like what we learned last year about ourselves and our business. Like that's the first order of business.
Okay.
Go ahead. What you learned?
No, I want to go first now.
I'll start then. For me, what I learned last year, one about myself is that I'm able to put on a lot of stuff and take on a lot of stuff and get through a lot of changes without like giving in, you know what I mean? Because there was a lot of stuff. Like a lot of brokerages literally sold out. They sold out. Like they are gone. Absolutely. Independent broker, like they are gone. Like when you think about it, like we survived like this whole change. Some people didn't even give it a chance. They just like dropped off. So I feel like I was really able to kind of take it by the horns, and a major change in real estate that we haven't seen in a very long time. So I feel like that's what I learned about myself, that I'm able to like take that bull by the horns, like dig in, settle in, even with all the stress and all the anxiety and all that went around, because I was really nervous. Like, what is going to happen? How are we going to do this? And how the hell am I going to train all these agents on all this stuff? Right. Like, is somebody going to come in? And then being able to reach out to like the board and people to have them come in, and actually they said yes. I was really shocked that they said yes, because we're not like a major, you know what I mean, a big box brokerage. Right.
When I first started my brokerage, I really only wanted like 10, 20 agents, because I was really afraid of how we were gonna train all these agents, like what would happen if I grew any bigger. But the reality is that, and what we always laugh about, is because once you train 5 agents, you just rinse and repeat that thing, and you can have 100 agents and you can still make sure that everybody gets what they need. So training is always an issue.
I can tell you that, like, I had some agents that were like, well, it used to feel like a family. Now it doesn't. You know, there's so many people that I don't know. And we had a meeting about it. I had a meeting with my associate brokers, and one of my associate brokers was like, but after our business planning meeting, I realized that it was me. Like, I'm the one not coming around. I'm the one not doing it. And I was like, I'm so glad that you said that, right? So that's what I learned about our business. Recruiting really solves all the problems. And that's scary in itself, but that's what I learned.
Okay.
How about you, T?
Now I can go, because you made a key point when you said you survived. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what I feel about myself. Yeah. I survived. Yeah. Because when the other day, I just calculated like what it took to run the brokerage for 2024. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, we made it.
You did?
Yeah. And I was like, with a little bit to pay some bills and go out and vacation.
Right. No, seriously.
Yeah. And I was like, wow. And I did it with what I have. So I was like, okay. What I learned about my business is I wear too many hats.
You wear too many hats. Yeah.
So if I was able to delegate and get some more people, we would be like way up.
Yeah. Yeah. No, y'all did good this year. Like, you did really good this year.
When I checked the numbers, I was like, dang.
I really made this kind of money.
I'm not that poor.
Right,
even with all the changes, it was like, I was like, look, I'm gonna have to call on my brokers, like my broker friends. When you doing the training, so I can be there. When you because I just don't have the room to call the CEO and say, can you come over here?
Yeah.
Tila is always ready to quit everything. She's been in the business for so long, and I love that she's been through so much in her real estate career, and I love Tila's tenacity. I love Tila's drive, and if you give her a challenge, like, she's just gonna do it. She's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then we'll call you and be like, why am I doing this again? But I love Tina. I love her spirit. I love her personality. I love her little giggle. And I love that she stepped out like a boss.
So that's good, Tila, though. Like, and so Donnell is like the numbers guy, right? So he like does all these, like he told me how to do the break-even analysis and all that. So he got this like elaborate spreadsheet that we go in and we put our numbers in to kind of see where we are. But when you really do look at the numbers, like that's one thing he does for the council is like, But V, if you look at your numbers, like you'll see that you really are, you know what I mean, like crushing it. And so that's the one thing that he kind of keeps in front of us is like, what are the numbers looking like? Yeah.
And your numbers have always been impressive. I mean, we go through it all the time, and I'll tell you, like V, for you to have it, even with the 50, I think at the time, 50 agents, but the production was on the level. I think the production was on the level. It was one of the big name brokerages out here, which is crazy. That means you're doing a really, really good job, a really excellent job and efficient job in running a brokerage. Because you can still produce the same numbers that another broker needs 100 to 200 agents to produce, which is crazy.
Recruiting solves all your problems because agents come and go, and you have to continue to bring in fresh energy. You got to continue to bring in fresh mindsets in order to get to where you want to go. If you want to grow as a brokerage, you have to recruit. And it does solve all your problems because if you start with the top 10 and that your five go away and you're only at 10, but if you're at 100 and 10 go, I mean, you don't have a problem there. You just have to backfill those 10. So recruiting does solve all your problems.
Yeah, so you fired all your agents and then brought them back and then what did you do?
I was just
so what happened? Did she? What did you?
I would say they fired themselves. And what happened, and this is part of like what you learned from this year. The rule about the nice guy never wins.
Yeah.
You don't, especially in this world. So I created new policies and procedures that caused some of the agents to want to find other places to go. And so, you know, and so with that changed, but it's also like mitigating some of the risks that we take on as brokerages. So like if you're not willing to attend sales meetings at a minimum, then how do I know what you're saying to the client? And ultimately, on these contracts, it's me.
Yeah.
You can always blame me for this.
Yeah,
so those type of procedures, one of which I'm afraid to even admit this, but some of them just didn't want to play the board dudes.
Yeah. Don't be afraid.
You got the board harassing me.
Yeah.
At that point, you call. I wrote those letters and sent the licenses back.
Yeah.
And then some other things going on, but we starting. I feel like I'm starting all over again.
Yeah.
And building back better.
Yeah, building back better. You really are.
Donnell making a decision to fire all his agents really took my breath away. I was like, you're really gonna fire them? And he fired his agents. He was done. He was tired of wasting his time. And sometimes it does get like that. I mean, I've had a few moments myself where I was like, I'm just getting rid of all of them and starting fresh.
Other thing that I realized is that I need tighter systems and like SOPs.
Absolutely.
The process documented, recorded, videotaped. So it cannot go
in my
wrong.
Notes. He's really good at that. Like he's really good at okay, so just like screen record like what you're doing, and then he has his VA to do different things. So what did you learn about your business that you needed tighter systems?
And ultimately, you are. No one's going to love your business better than you.
Yeah, he's right. No one's going to love your business better than you. So when you're looking for agents to really grab hold of that like that, like they may grab hold, but not like you. So you got to keep the vision in front of them. And it really like made me think for a moment because nobody's going to love your business like you.
I understand. Let me just say I understand because when I started, I brought over agents that had already been trained with me for a couple years.
Exactly.
A year and a half or so, right? And so then they were already trained. So when I came in, I did have the time Donnell set up my networking systems. He helped me set up the security systems in here. He helped me set up all my little back end stuff. Like It was great. Like
was
that,
fun.
but that's
the collaborative thing. Like,
it is. Like that's the gold in Go My.
Yeah,
That's the gold. That's the gold in like really collaborating and versus competing, right?
Donnell is that dude, okay? Donnell is so smart. Donnell set up all my systems for me. Like his brain works like no other. Like he just functions in code. And so for him, having him on this broker council is so important to me. Like that's my guy, and he's funny. He is funny as heck.
That's okay. So you gonna be the rainmaker? Like so? What does that really
you know
look
what's
like?
funny though? That's what I wanted to mention. So if you look at even looking at you as a case study, right, and how you
Case study.
yeah, like
that's a good word.
If you look how you
Let me write that down. Survive and case study.
When Donnell said I'm a case study, I had to giggle because nobody's ever called me a case study before. I've been called a lot of things, but case study, not so much. But he really meant it in a good way, and I'm like, who's studying?
Look at it. Like we look at the sales every year.
Yeah.
We look at just this zip code alone. And you see how many transactions and you base the number. If you just focus on this one zip code, like it's a lot of money in real estate. The problem is, you're right, and I do have a little bit of when somebody comes to me and they do career, it's like, but what's your goal?
It was so important for me to start my brokerage right, which means I had to have systems in place. I need to have the strong team behind me. I needed to have vision around like who that team would be, because otherwise it's gonna fall. A house built on sand will not last. So I needed this house to be built on bricks, and so that it would be built to last.
How did y'all do with y'all 2024 goals? Like first were there goals set?
There were, I always.
And mine's a goal setter.
Mine's are crazy.
Yeah, the goal is set.
I ain't made them. Like we I can't answer
in that we didn't meet the goals. Yeah. How about you, T?
No, I didn't really set any goals.
Why didn't you set a goal? Like what made you not decide to set a goal?
Setting goals is so important because even if it's just a number, like you gotta set the goal, because if you don't set a goal, you don't know where you're going and you're gonna be all over the place.
Because I'm just like, I just want to make it through. Like I didn't have like a true direction of what I was doing, basically.
Right.
Like I'm just producing. I'm working my own business. I'm just producing. So whatever happens with the brokerage, okay, whoop-de-doo. But it was just like on me.
Right.
Like, okay, I'm getting back to my investment stuff. So I bought a flip this year. So it was like, I'm worried about my own stuff. So I didn't really set a brokerage goal.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't set no brokerage goal.
But did you set a personal production goal?
Did I set a personal production goal to pay my bills?
Yeah.
I didn't set like a number.
You gotta set a number.
Yeah.
You cannot leave out this office
without setting a number.
Today. Yeah, you gotta set a number
go
today.
over my files and really see if
you really have to set a number.
You have to make a goal big enough that it scares you. If it doesn't, your goal isn't big enough and you're playing way too safe.
Because if you don't set a number, like you don't know where you're going.
Yeah.
Like even, goals like numbers for like number of agents, like number of transactions, and where they gonna come
definitely
from.
Wasn't on the
Yeah,
I didn't have them nowhere.
Like
I was like,
I'm not doing it.
No more. I'm set with these 10,
and that was it.
And then now I'm looking at the 10 like,
I'm
recruiting on
10 is a lot too. Like
it is.
It is like the breaking point.
It is.
Yeah.
So once you get past 10, the next 10 really you can do that. You can do another 50.
Yeah.
And it's the same, but 10 is the breaking point. It really is. This year I said I'm going to hire 50 more agents.
And that'll bring your brokerage total to how many?
Over 100 agents. I mean,
you're going to do 50
stay and they go.
2025?
Depending on if I want to do 50 agents in 2025.
But you're also going to do like mass hire. Like you're not going to bring onesies and twosies. You're going to have them like you're doing like 10 at a time,
That's the
right?
plan.
Okay.
That's the plan.
That makes sense though. You can pull that off.
That's the plan. That's the plan to go from 12 to 50 to 56 has literally been agent
the attraction
recommendation.
marketing.
The attraction marketing. The social, as you call it, social proof. I like that. I love that, social proof. So it's really been that. So now I have to like get my brain around, like I'm going to have to actually do that. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to do it for real.
One thing my real estate coach always tells me is
it's better, in her opinion, to get agents that are new to learn your system, and grow them in your system and retain them than to go out and try to grab somebody who's already doing $3 to $6 million or $10 million or what a year, right? But I really don't know that I want to deal with any dual career agents anymore. And that's really hard because people are coming in and wanting to transition, from that. It's hard. Like, I don't even know where to find those people. Unless I bring them through, like, real estate school young, like out of...
Well, the beauty to it, though, is that you don't have, like, it's not like you are starting brokerage. You can now hand select, like, when you start marketing to those people, if they are dual career, you can automatically eliminate them from your pool. And that's one thing for sure that you can do, because you don't need them anymore. You can now hand select, because it's now you're building up this brokerage and you want newly licensed agents, and you can go after people that are either fresh out of college or new, and you can target market all of them.
We put so much into building agents to a place of production. Retaining them is something that we also want to do, because once they're in production, what are we doing to retain those agents? Because otherwise we're on this hamster wheel, and I don't want to be on a hamster wheel.
So we were talking about recruiting, retaining, showing agents. Like, are we doing showing agents? Like, do we need the showing agents? But what are you guys doing recruiting and retaining? And I guess let's back up to, like, how much it really costs us a year per agent. Like, how much does it cost?
So the method that I use is I take all of my operating expenses, including my salary, divided by my current agent count, and that's how much it costs me to retain. That's how much it costs for each agent. That's the cost of each agent.
Say it one more time.
So this is just my rule of thumb.
Okay, I like it. I mean, you gave it to me.
I take my operating expenses.
Okay, your expenses.
And make sure that it's including my salary.
Okay.
And the reason why we include the salary is because if you ever want to sell this brokerage, nobody buying it, they want to be able to buy it and understand that we're going to have to pay an operator.
Sometimes you have to build the plane while it's taking off. And for me, building the systems of the brokerage and all of that, it was pretty hard. But I had my partner, Donnell, which is important, and some other people to help me with that. But you can't wait till it's perfect to go. Sometimes you just got to start going and build the things that need to be built. And because there are lessons in the building as well. So sometimes you got to just start.
I sent some agents to a Tom Ferry conference.
Did you?
All expenses paid except for their airfare.
Yeah.
I sent 3 agents and they loved it, and they were like, "This was great." So I sent them as a test to see if they were going to. And one of them actually is doing coaching. My son signed up for their coaching and loves it. And another agent actually signed up for their coaching too. And she was like, "Yeah, I really like it." Like, she signed up for a different level coaching than what my son did. But and then the other agent was like, "Yeah, this it was really good." Like, it was one of those things. And so what they said to me was, if you send people out, they can't be like, "Oh, I don't feel like going to the conference this morning," and stuff like that. They got to be
right. They want to enhance
like
business.
They gotta go. They want to be right.
Like, they ready to go to the next level.
Because she said it. Some days it is like, I could stay in the bed and just enjoy, but she said, but the conference was so good.
It was.
Absolutely. You didn't want to miss it.
I've been to a couple of Tom Ferry, like when he's actually there too.
Yeah.
Oh man, the energy in that room.
Yeah, he was there.
It's
he was there for this one, and I gave them VIP, so they were up front.
Oh yeah,
bro. But y'all have done some things that I haven't. So,
like what?
Like, so,
I don't own a business.
Well, first of all, you are a whole lender as well. You got a whole new segment of business that I don't have.
I really love that Tila has delved into the lending side. Like, adding those ancillary services to your business is really, really important in keeping business going when times get a little hard.
So, like how, V? Y'all are funny. I'm like, both of y'all like this. Like how?
When I told them they had big things going on, they really tried to downplay it.
But seriously, like, so you now have an income stream from being a lender as well.
Yeah.
And so, like, you got to include that, like, in your financial. Like, what does that look for you? So that's a whole
business,
a whole new business. Yeah. So you really have to look at what did you do in your first year. Like, literally, you didn't even have a whole year. You had like half a year. And
right.
I saw you on like a the awards, like, you know, top
like,
producing, like lender. I'm like, what?
Right. No, that stream has been really nice, and I like it because I don't have to really work it.
Right.
So what my plan was, this side note for that, I was going to start taking one day out my week to go out Virginia and leave like loan officer stuff, like leave flyers with top producers or email them. But with all this stuff, I'll be like on Sunday, I'll be like, I'm not going to no open house. I was going to go to like the open house. And like, hey, I'm your lender. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to try via email first. Okay. And then, because that
But I think face-to-face is good too. But it doesn't have to be a Sunday. Like, just try to maybe like time block a morning.
I want them to be
at the open house. Okay. So just pick a few.
I know.
You know, and then just be like, okay, I'm going to do this from this time to this time.
Yeah. And take my flyers around.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And you added builder to your title.
Yes.
Yeah.
I really admire that Donnell has gotten a builder's license, because slinging houses day to day sometimes gets a little old, and you want to add another dynamic to your business. And he's gotten a builder's license, and now he's actually developing houses for him to list his own inventory. And I really admire that.
We obtained our Maryland builder's license or permit, so now we can.
Now you can teach us.
I will definitely walk you through.
And you need to find some land.
Yeah, so
you got one.
I'm actually going to close in on the 6th.
So is this like, how many houses going to be over there?
So it's only one piece of land. This is my first thing. It's called, technically it's an infill lot. So the utilities are pretty much already there at the lot. It's a neighborhood that's already pre-existing, and so it's being built between. It's a house on this side and a house on that side, so it's being built right there. And so it went through due diligence. There was a little bit of a scuffle with figuring out the sewer, but we think we'll get past that.
Exciting.
Once we get that done, we'll break ground and So the goal is to have at least 5 to 10 of those lots in the pipeline, because it can take anywhere between 12 to 8. Like once I've tied it up, I won't have an actual structure for like 12 months later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you can do it like new construction, right? So you can actually start like talking to people and have design for the house and have them build their.
I don't want to do pre-design, because I don't want people to come in and be like, oh, well, can you make this modification, that modification? So I will leave it. It'll be spec. It'll be 100%. But it is still. But with the inventory shortage and everything else, it should still fly within like 60 days tops.
Good.
I love that. I appreciate all of us coming together every year.
Thank you.
Listen, and welcome T. You have you asked that. and so during the year, like we have this group chat. I'm gonna ask you to our group chat. It's a little crazy sometimes. Okay. But we do help each other.
Why is it crazy?
We covered so much more in this conversation, but we can't give y'all all the tea. Planning is so important when running a brokerage and leading people, because you have to know where you're going and where you want them to go. People come into your space, into your business, and they want to know that you got a plan for them. If you don't, that's a major, major, major problem for you as a business owner, because you're going to be at every red herring that there is. You got to know who you are, know where you're going, and stick to that plan.
So this land is closing in the next couple days. It is one of 4 properties that we're selling for this estate, and has been in the family for a while. So it took a minute to find the proper buyers for it. Yeah, the gate was a big, huge seller for people who were looking for it. We probably got over 100 calls on this property. They've done some clearing. So the new buyers are really invested in this property. They've done some clearing. It's 3 acres of land. The current owners have about 4 other properties in the area.
Okay.
And this one was one that they bought as an investment.
Right.
And never, ever, never lived in it. So the house has been unoccupied.
Right.
But it's really exciting for them. But also because it's an estate, it's very sentimental as well.
Okay.
Some properties are not just transactions, they're history. This property has been passed down from generation to generation, in addition to being the property, the estate of one of my agents who passed away, who left her will for us to get these properties sold.
And when families trust us with their legacy, and the key word to that is trust, because they really believe in us. They really believe in the home team. They really believe in our agents and the broker to make sure that they're getting the proper service, the best advice, to make sure that this is their largest asset they're going to purchase ever as a house. So even when they come back to us multiple times, if they're an investor, you can tell that they received excellent service from us. And again, it's that trust. It's the trust factor when it comes down to the Home Team Realty Group that means the most to me.
Well, just take a look at the space. I remember you've been working on this property for a while. And just look at the space. There's so much land where you can really just, you can have a dwelling, a building, parking lot space.
Yeah.
Right here by Fort Washington Park.
Yeah.
It located in Prince George's County, one of the most affluent counties in the country.
This property was my agent Carolyn Sweet's.
We'll take a look at it. It's full of potential. And they're going to tear this down, rebuild, all that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so they're not tearing it down, no. They're actually going to rebuild this structure, which is why this buyer was so good for this property. They're going to rebuild this structure, add on to it, and because the buyer's mom is elderly as well, and so they want to make sure that they are able to have one level living.
Okay.
Right? And rebuild this thing.
There were a lot of challenges with this particular property because it was never lived in. No one really knew all the aspects of what was happening on this property. There are other buildings on the property that we didn't know of. There was vandalism at the property. There was a lot of challenges to getting this property sold, and different from some of your other properties that were very straightforward, more cookie cutter. This one had a lot of facets to it. It was land, but it had a building. And then we found out it had multiple buildings on there. And so it became one of those properties that we had to even figure out what type of loan that a buyer could use to make this sale happen. So there was some creative financing that we were gonna have to work on and have in our back pocket for the person who's gonna buy this property. I take a lot of pride in families trusting us with their assets, with their family legacy. It is so important to us. And so I've built this business in a way that we have the opportunity to serve people no matter where they come and how they come, that our foundation, our faith, how we move in this business is one of trust. It's one of honesty and integrity and that get it done mentality.
So I know that our client, who's now deceased, and her family are really, really excited to have someone else, some God-fearing people who are going to come in and really love this property the way she did.
I know that Carolyn Sweet would love a family who loves God, who wants this for themselves and not to just flip and turn into, an investment property. She really wants somebody who's going to make this property home. So that's the buyer I'm looking for. One of the things that make the home team special is the way we give back. And QuarTrina, she's been giving back for years.
There was a time in my life where I really needed help, and I was told that I couldn't receive the help that I was seeking, and it made me feel some type of way.
That what you have done, we'll continue to do, and we will position ourselves to receive. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
And I decided from that point on that I was going to have to do it all myself. And I remember feeling lonely. I was depressed. And I never want anyone else to feel that way. If I can help alleviate someone's feelings, then that's what I'm here to do.
Dressing up up as Mr. and Mrs. Claus is so rewarding. I love Christmas. It is my favorite times of the year.
When Wyevetra told me about the blessing baskets and asked me to dress up as Santa, I thought it was a great idea.
The Blessing Basket initiative was started to fill a need. I love to serve. Serving is a huge component of who I am, what I believe in. So myself and agents across the nation do this around Thanksgiving holiday to fill the need. It was a blessing to see families walk through the door. They didn't even expect what the baskets were filled with.
It's a real blessing for me and my 2 girls right now because times are hard. This is a good experience for them. They will love this.
This was my first time actually coming. I just want to say thank you to you guys. I appreciate you.
This is a great experience. It's a blessing to me because, it's hard times right now, and this helped out a lot.
I really enjoyed it. This is a blessing. Best believe. Like I said, saving, trying to be a first-time home buyer as a single mother. And I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And this is going to be such a blessing to my family this Thanksgiving holiday. Less money that I have to spend, thank God.
I found out through a neighbor. It's a blessing because I'm going through some tough times, and this is absolutely will help.
It's hard for everybody right now. I'm a young man raising a family, doing the best I can, so anything extra helps a lot. It's a big blessing still, that it's still people out here willing to give.
Thank you so much, home team.
For the win.
For the win.
Thank you, God bless.
So the reason why I supported the Blessing Basket initiative is because I love an opportunity to give back, especially during the holiday season. Sometimes people may be discouraged or they may even be down in spirits just because they may not have enough to provide for their family or even for themselves.
We all, whether it be at some point in life, need food, need a ride, need help with a project. Everyone needs help, and I think that we could accomplish so much more together in this world.
Many times people don't want to ask for help because they're embarrassed or for whatever reason. I know what it feels like to need help and not want to ask for it.
You guys need to look at what's going on in your community. It's about community service, it's about giving back, and it's about uplifting our people.
This is what the home team is, and we build our business. Our mantra is we serve the community, and the community in turn will serve us back.
And I think that our events are fun. They're full of food and games and laughter and entertainment and excitement, and people they love to be a part of it. And that's really who we are. We're fun, we're exciting, we're energetic, and we're warm.
Events like the Blessing Baskets build stronger communities because you stand in the gap. You're really touching and meeting a need for families that need services during that time.
Blessing Baskets is truly near and dear to my heart. I plan on continuing this because I know what it feels like not to be able to feed my family during the holiday.
It's so important for real estate agents to be involved in the community. One, we are a staple in the community. We know the temperature of the community and things that are happening. And so being out there, being visible, really helps build trust between your community, your neighbors, the businesses, and us. And that's why it's so important for agents to take that action to be a community champion. Every closing is a win, whether it's complex or straightforward. Getting clients to the closing table is what it's all about.
I'm really excited for you. This is a big deal. It's such a big deal.
First of all, I want to congratulate you.
Thank you very much.
And because this is a process, and I obviously know that you have made a smooth accomplishment in purchasing the home.
Thank you. So this client called and we were able to get all the details on what she wanted. She was going through a life transition and needed to be in her house in 3 weeks.
All right, I always like to go over the ALTA first just to make sure that the figures are correct.
James! That's your Linda. Hey, you can come on in. Okay.
Congratulations. Very happy for you.
So this was the team.
Woo! This deal was crazy. So Etsy she was a fantastic buyer, excellent credit. She did everything I needed her to do, but she was coming out of a divorce situation. And so some of the issues that I had was that I needed some information regarding her ex-husband, and he would not provide that information. It was very crucial to the deal.
Yes. Wonderful. You all did right. You all did a wonderful job.
Hey, look.
And I heard it in record time.
Yay, now I don't feel so old.
I got a 50th birthday coming in January, so I just
You just gonna let it go? Great. Is it the Eagles?
You really had a great
game. And coming down to the 12th hour, we didn't know if we were going to make closing because I needed tax information that both the ex-husband and the tax preparer, who happened to be a friend of the ex-husband, refused to give us. But I was able to talk to my underwriter, do some workarounds, and here we are at the closing table. She's very happy. I'm very happy for her and very excited for her future. She's a great, great buyer. She was an excellent client. Every time I asked her something, she'd get it right away, and we made it happen. Actually closed early.
Yes, we did. We were supposed to close, what, the 18th or 19th or something? Yeah.
You guys were very supportive that whenever you ask something, you make sure that I get it right and then try to decide.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I'd say it was a very quick process. I mean, I've never had this process before. This is my first time. But I asked my friends, Aaron especially, and then it's not something that will end this quick.
Yeah. We specialize in quick closing. I usually come to all of my closing, especially for my buyers. This particular closing, I was unsure because guess what? She was in Ghana working, and yesterday I got you clear to close. Like, my daughter had her baby last night, so I was I was in the hospital, like on my phone, like texting.
Are you granddad?
I became a grandfather for the 4th time.
Congratulations, Dave.
Granddaughter, so.
Dude, you just waiting to come here to tell me this?
Yes, I mean, literally, I slept in the hospital last night. I left there like 7 in the morning, so I'm just like.
Oh wow, that's so good.
I said I'm not gonna miss this occasion for you, so I want to
wow.
Very good. This is
everybody's healthy, everybody's good. My daughter actually had our baby the day before closing, and so I was in the hospital with my daughter. I was running around with family, but luckily I still made it, and I'm still happy to say that my buyer was happy, my granddaughter's healthy, and everybody's happy.
Yes, that's so
hold
good.
you. I'm gonna talk to
All right.
Dominique next door, but yeah, finish fine. We'll take some pictures and talk, and you gotta let us know what you like. We'll get you a housewarming present and everything like that. So, so I'm very happy for you.
Congratulations on all accounts.
I know. Our client was so excited. She was so excited for herself. This was the first time that she would buy a house by herself and do everything for herself in such a short time.
You have a lot of love around you and support.
Yeah.
But also you're a good client.
Yeah.
The things that they ask you to do, you did them.
I tried.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Ooh. I was gonna write my birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Yes, it was yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday?
Yes. We got a birthday house.
Oh, this is a birthday, a baby born,
all of it.
record time closing.
Yes.
Wonderful. Did you want to explain your warranty? Perfect.
Yep.
I'm going to check the documents.
Afterwards. Okay, and I'll make a copy of the license.
I can make a copy.
You sure?
Yeah, I can make a copy because I'm going to check these documents and move somewhere out of the way.
Okay.
All right.
No, you can stay right here and check your documents. It's totally fine. So, congratulations. We are closed. Woo! This is a big deal. As of today, you are $500,000 more wealthy, right? So you are now $500,000 more wealthy. I'm really proud of you. So your net worth has increased by $500,000 today. Yay!
I'm super happy.
Yes.
One of the reasons I love my job is that my clients become like family to me. And I just love the fact that I can take people who thought that they could not ever buy a home and put them in a house. A lot of these people are first generation buyers, and they've been told no by so many people, and it's just so happy that I can make someone's dream come true when it comes to home ownership.
Can I hand you your keys?
Yes.
right, so I'm going to hand you your keys, and of course, this beautiful basket goes to you. Are you ready? Wait, let me get over here because I know we're going to have to get a hug afterwards. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Yay! Every closing is worth celebrating because we are literally walking people from dream to reality. We're walking them from something that they thought they could get to something that they're actually getting. And on the day of closing, their net worth increases by hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that in itself is worth celebrating.
This has been a lot of journey for us.
Yeah.
You know the process, but for me, it was like a different experience.
Yeah.
An experience for me.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did this.
Yeah.
New work makes the dream work.
It does. And you have a part of the American dream right now, today.
And this just feels unreal.
Yeah.
That is real, right?
It's very real. Yes, it's very real.
I'm very excited,
yeah,
for all your support, for being there, whenever I needed you, and for those sweet responses. And then whenever I call you, you just pick up, no matter what, whether it's day, it's night, and stuff. You just make it easier for me. You were there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm glad we did this.
Shake that key, shake it, shake it, shake it! Yay! Not every property is picture perfect. Some take work, and I mean a lot of work. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right,